Hello to every one of our Smart Suite version 3 users. As you know, this is the latest upgrade, and we have such powerful and exciting new features in this particular system. And I just wanted to remind anyone that's contemplating an upgrade to Smart Suite version 3 or converting from any other system to a functional solution. And that is that the annual subscription is exactly that. There is an annual subscription and there is no extra charge for anything. Not for the upgrades, not for data conversions. You pay an annual subscription and you get everything, including all the trainings. And today we're doing global change. Now, a funny place to start the global change is going to be reports. So I'm going to take you to the reports module first before we go into the global change, because if you understand the reports and if you understand all the options that are available in the reports and how you can change any existing report to any other criteria to get information out of the system, then you'll realize how powerful the global change is. So here we go. So for global changes, we're going to start with the reports first, and then I'll explain global changes. So we go down to reports and then run the reports. And you can run reports till the cows come home because you will not be wasting any stationery, any paper. I'll just randomly pick a report. So you can see you've got catalog reports, cost reports. I'm going to do the overdue reports because those are reports that a lot of people run all the time. And I'm going to do an overdue report by classification. So whenever you go into the report or global changes, you'll come down here, select the group that you want to run a report for, or select the group that you want to run a global change for. And then at the bottom, you click the open button and the report will come up. And it'll say criteria equal to, and when you click in here, there's all the criteria. So I'm going class grade equal to 12. Okay, that's it. And then I just go generate. And what that'll do, that'll bring up all your information based on the class grade that you've got over here. Okay. Now, I can turn around and say, all right, now that I've got all this information up here, I would like to change that. So instead of saying and due date before this, I will say and surname. So let me go down here to surname. Okay, so we'll go down to surname, first name. Let's go down to first name. Okay, we'll choose first name equal to Jack. You can see we've got Jack and we've got Andrew. So we're going to do another. So we've got class grade equal to 12. That was our standard report. Now we've gone in, by clicking the plus, we've gone and added a new selection criteria. And now if I go generate, what it will do is it'll only give me that selection criteria. And I could have, if I had a lot of data in there, I could have gone and with, and I can media type equal to this, and with location equal to this. And so you can just keep adding criteria onto the system. And when you hit generate, you'll get the data that appears on the bottom. So any report you get into has a selection criteria, and you can change that selection criteria any which way you like. Okay, so that's the power of the reporting system. And running global changes gives you the same power to add selection criteria. So if I now go into my configuration screen and I go down to the global functions of the system, okay, I've got catalog global functions, loan global functions, patron global functions. Let's choose cataloging. Okay, and I want to do a global change. So I can say, let's choose a global function by loans by location, or loan period by media. Okay, or I want to set a location for a given book or a group of catalog records. So I'll do set location, and if I go open, it says with location equal to. So if I go in here and I can choose the location that I want. So in my case, I'm going to choose general library. Okay, so location equal to general library, and now when I go search, that's going to bring up all my locations equal to the general library. But I might want to add and with media type or with call number or some other criteria. So if I go back into my global functions, okay, so back into my menu, back into my configuration, back into my global functions, and I choose my catalog and catalog with my location. Okay, so set the location, so location equal to, and I'm going to choose my general library. Okay, and I want to add another criteria. So just like cataloging, I'll go and with all fields, no, and with location. So I've got location equal to that, so I will go media type. So with media equal to, and with media equal to book. Okay, so now I've got location equal to general, that's my stock standard global function, and I've added, by clicking the plus, I've added another criteria out of all the general library stuff. With a location of general library, I want to now get a subset. I want to get the media type equal to book, and if I go search, and it will now give me all the material that exists in that criteria. Okay, now if I want to change all of them, I just put a tick up the top and I'll put a tick in every one of them. But let's say no, I really want to go through and go change that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and now I go change. So when I click change, it says, what do you want to do? And I say, I want to now make the cost center for all of those items, and I want to make it, and you put in your new cost center in here. Okay, or you can say, no, it wasn't a global change for cost center, it was a loan type. So the loan type for all these items, I want the loan type to be a daily loan. Okay, and you can choose the 5 items. Remember I ticked 5 there? It's saying those 5 items out of those thousands of books are now going to be a daily loan, and I can go update, and it says, are you sure? And I go, yep. It tells me what I'm doing, and I go confirm, and your changes have been done successfully. And that's it. It literally is as simple as that to do a global change. So let me go and do a new global change. So to do a global change is menu and configuration, and then global functions. Now let's have a look at the loan item. So loan items, I want to change the due date by class grade. Okay, so or I want to transfer loans from one patron to the other. I'll do change of class grade. So here we go. I just select the original criteria, and I'll say the class grade equal to, and then I can go and nominate the class grade, or I can say, no, I'll use this global function program, this one, to say, no, I want the media type equal to book, Okay, so I'm going to select all my stock that has a media type equal to book. And within that, I'm going to go into my location. So I'll go down to my location equal to my B3 classroom. And now I'll go search. Oh, I didn't get any items there, unfortunately. So let me go back and do that again. Configuration, and that's good, because when you go and select something, if no items come up, it's just telling you the selection criteria you gave me has got no data in there. And you go, yeah, but I want to do a global change based on certain criteria. So you go back into global functions. Okay, go back into my loans, which is what I did. Loans by class grade, that's the one I chose. And I will now say, not class grade, I really want media type. So I'll go with my media equal to book. Okay, and there they all are. And I'll plus and with location that I've got media type. Now I'll go with location equal to, and let's choose an area that I know there's a lot of stuff. That's general library. So in the general library, I want to get all my media types that are book. And now when I go search, okay, and it says there they all are. And now I can say I want to change all of these material. Okay, I want to change all of them. Go change. And so when you go change, you'll say the 7 items I've selected. So I want the 7 items. And I don't want to change their due date. I want to change their renewal type. Or I want to change the supplier who provided that. So I'm going to go ahead and say I want my renewal type to be no renewal. And now I can go update. It tells me what it's going to do, and I can go confirm. And it says all those changes are done. And you don't have to wait for the end of the day or end of the week or anything like that. It all happens within an instant of you clicking it. So it's really straightforward, very easy to do. And the amazing thing is, when you go down to global functions, okay, and you want to globally change some catalog information, and that global function is not there, why not just choose one of these and build your own global function, build your own criteria? So set location, I said with location equal to, and I go no, with any media type equal to, and you choose the media type. So with any media type equal to book, and also with call number, not equal to, but call number starting with 50 as an example. It could be 500, could be 50. So I'll go search, and there it is. And all those call numbers start with 50. And what I want to do, that's what I want to do. I'm going to change all of them, and I'll go change, and I say change the copy status of those items to check desk, because I'm going to pull them all out and I'm going to leave them at the desk. Or you can go no, they're lost, because you're going to delete all those books, or never for loan. So you can create your own function, and this has got nothing to do with setting a location, global change. I have just taken a standard global change program, changed the selection criteria of the data, and I've also gone ahead and said I'm going to change what information within the catalog record I'm going to change for the records that I have selected. So the global functions now in Smart Suite is very, very powerful. I doubt you will need to do a global change for a feature or function that we don't already have, because we've given you the ability to take any global utility and convert it and change it to something else. Now, let's say for argument's sake, this is a particular function you're going to use a lot. There is nothing stopping you from building your own. So let's go into configuration. Let's go into global functions. Okay. And I'm going to be taking the loan period by media. Okay. And what I will do is I'll say I want to build a new program based on loan period by media, because I'm going to change all those functions. So why not go new? Okay. And what will happen is you can save that function, okay, as a totally new system and give it a new function name. And the new function name that I'm going to give it is Mike's global by location by sub location. Okay, and just go save, and function is saved. Now where is that sitting? So when you go back in here, go back into configuration, go back into global functions. Okay, it's created it down here. Remember, I took that program. It hasn't deleted this particular program. What it's done, it's taken that program, copied it, functions created by me, and there it is, Mike's global function by location by sublocation. Now you can click on that and you can make a new one of that. And because you might have had that location by sublocation, the next one location by media type, the next one is location by supplier. So you can go and duplicate any of the systems and it will not erase these ones. And if you go new with this one, it will not erase this one as well. So you can build your own global functions and you can have your own repertoire of global functions that suits your particular requirements. And by the way, before we sign off, the same applies to the reports function. So if you happen to be in reports, and if you go to the overdue reports or any of these other reports and overdue by classification, you can say that's a new one. Okay, so you can go ahead and you can duplicate it. Okay, overdues by classification by sublocation. And if you go save, what will happen is when I go into reports, I've taken one of the top reports and I've gone into the bottom area here and created another copy of the report for myself. So that way I'm not damaging any of these reports over here. I'm building my own. And the same applies to spine labels. If you happen to get your own spine label or make up your own spine label and you want different pieces of data in that spine label, why not go to one of these, duplicate them, and then create your own spine label. So the whole idea about the global change and the reports is the ability for you through Smart Suite to have the ability to take any existing function, whether it's a global change or a report, save it, which gets saved at the bottom, and then play around with it. If you don't like it, there's always a bin at the end of it. So if you don't want it anymore, or that was rubbish, just delete it. But if you think you might use it later on, leave it there. You can have as many duplicated functions and tailored functions as you like. We're giving you the freedom to experiment and to actually be the manager in control of your library system, where you are absolutely in control not only of the features but also of the functionality and how you're going to manipulate your data. Thank you very much for engaging with global changes with Functional Solutions.